Why did they not continue making them?
I think they
I'll
couldn't
tell you why.
monetize.
Because they were crap and nobody wanted to watch them.
No, I can't have that.
Come on,
I can't
man.
have that. I can't have that.
Why did they axe the contract
Because
then?
they couldn't monetize it properly.
Yeah, in other words, it was crap.
Hello and welcome to the Showbiz Showdown. I'm JJ Anisiobi, and today we are talking about this lovely couple.
Your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post for Del Taco.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
So first it was South Park, now it's Family Guy taking aim at our royals. And I have to ask, is it time to leave Harry and Meghan alone? Joining me in the Lion's Den, TalkTV legend Kevin O'Sullivan. Very warm welcome, Kev.
Thank you, JJ. The answer to your question is no. That's the end of the podcast. Bye. No, it's not time to leave them alone. Good for Family Guy, good for South Park. That couple deserve to have the piss taken out of them as much as humanly possible. And of course, they're easy targets because they do so many things that are comedic. So this one is about the money they earn for not doing very much.
But do you feel that now this shows there's a definite, the shift has now moved completely the other direction with them? 18 months ago, you wouldn't have heard them being mentioned on American TV derogatorily. You might have had some commentators saying I don't like them, or there's a couple of rumours, but first South Park, now Family Guy taking aim at them. They're still mocking them. Does this mean that Harry and Meghan are now forever going to be on that side of the scale?
Well, what's interesting is at a point, whenever it was 2 years ago, 1 year ago, when all of Britain was attacking them, when all of Britain was fed up with Harry and Meghan, they remained popular in America. Mm-hmm. Well, what you've seen through the prism of South Park and now Family Guy is what has happened in America. The dial has changed. America has gone right off Harry and Meghan as well. So the attitude towards the gruesome twosome across the Atlantic is the same as it is here. They're just not popular. And you know, what Americans don't like about them, they love the Queen, they love the royal family. They don't like people who attack the royal family. I think Americans love the British royal family more than British people do. Yeah. So in becoming, if you like, the enemy of King Charles and his family, Harry and Meghan have made themselves unpopular with middle America.
Do you think there's anything to do with the fact that all these talented writers and, I don't know, script writers and actors in Hollywood and now seeing Harry and Meghan being paid big bucks from Netflix, but essentially they're not doing anything. They're not even acting. They're just sitting there talking.
It's very much what it is, you know, that's people in Hollywood think that, and people all over the country. There's nothing that people hate more than seeing people earning fortunes for not doing very much, which is exactly their shtick. That's what they do. So for Spotify, they got $20 million to make 12 podcasts, archetypes that were crap. No one wanted.
Oh, listen, Archetypes was successful. It did do a lot of.
Yeah,
it got a lot
really
of views.
was. That's why they renewed the contract.
They got a lot. Okay, it may not. Have
it
made
was
a lot of
not
money.
successful, JJ. It started off being successful. It finished up being a
had-
disaster, which is why they axed the contract. You cannot say it was popular. It was successful.
She had millions of
At
of
first,
listeners and viewers.
at first. Why then, if it was so successful, JJ, why did they not continue making them?
I think they
I'll
couldn't
tell you why.
monetize. They
Because
couldn't
they were
monetize.
crap and nobody wanted to watch them.
No, I can't have
Come
that.
on,
I can't
man.
have that. I can't have that.
Why did they axe the contract
Because
then?
they couldn't monetize it properly.
Yeah,
That
in
was
other
it.
words, it was crap. If something's good, you can monetize it.
Well, look, on Netflix, the Harry and Meghan documentary was the most successful documentary of all time on
Because
Netflix.
they're pissing on the royal family, that's why.
Yes, but
They're doing the only thing they can make money out of is to piss on King Charles and his family. That's the only way they make money.
No.
His book Spare, which by the way was a damn good
It was a
read.
very good read, Spare.
You know, it was just one long invective against the British royal family, or the institution, as he keeps calling them. And the same for the Netflix documentary. The same, of course, for, you know, the interview with Oprah. They only make money when they piss on the British royal family. If they're not doing that, no one gives a damn about them. And that is why Architects was absolutely a failure.
No.
Well, come on.
No.
Explain then why Spotify axed it. You don't axe JJ, you know about showbiz, at least you pretend to. You do not axe things that are successes.
Yes, true. But I think it was a success in terms of how many people listened to it.
Yeah, but
not in terms of money.
Yeah, in other words, it was no good. Showbiz is not about numbers, it's about monetizing numbers. If you can't monetize the numbers, then you have a rubbish product.
Fine. When Meghan Markle wears a dress from Zara, that dress sells out. And I'm certain.
Oh, great.
Well, because, yes, but this is good because she'll be able to monetize that. When she relaunches her blog, as people keep saying she's going to do, the TIG, I think she'll be talking about products on there.
When is she going to do it? When is she going to to do it? She keeps saying she's going to relaunch it. And then she's going to end up, as they say, on Family Guy, you know, being an influencer, saying go to Del Taco.
Yeah, go Del Taco. That was a good joke by them.
Yeah, but well, that is where she's heading, and what a horrible destination for her, just plugging stuff on, you know, on social media.
Good work.
I mean,
I'll do it.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, is that what she had in mind? I thought she wanted to save the world.
Which she can still do. But look, given that Meghan has spoken publicly about her mental health issues previously, as has Harry, maybe it's time that South Park and Family Guy, it'll be The Simpsons next. Maybe it's time that all these people just stop taking the mick out of them and let them.
Yeah, but it's funny. Come on, if it's funny, do it. I mean, you know, they can take it. I mean, you know, all for a measly $300 million a year. They get the piss taken out of them. Hey, you want to take the piss out of me and give me $300 million? Here I am. Go right ahead. Mind you, you all do it for free anyway. I make nothing out of it.
That is true. All right, what about Prince William? He appears to have taken a swipe at Harry. Yeah. He's now saying, I'm not going to comment and tell people not to fly. You know, if you want to get an airplane, get an airplane.
What was it?
After Harry takes many jets.
Absolutely. So Harry and Meghan got caught out, if you like, and they went to a place called Canoean I'd never heard of, but apparently it's the top people's Caribbean island that all the VIPs go to. Anyway, they took a well-deserved break from doing nothing to go down there for their sunshine holiday in the Caribbean, and they flew there by private jet. Yeah. And these are the people who tell you, you know, save the planet. And oh, by the way, subsequent to that, Harry's gone to I think it was a football game or a baseball game in Texas and flew there by private jet, not forgetting the time he flew to Colorado to play polo, but forgot his kit, sent a private jet back to California to get his kit, and then back to Colorado. The guy does not exactly practice what he preaches. This is another thing that drives people mad, and they want to be careful, this couple, about this, because the one thing Joe Public hates is important people, famous people, rich people turning to them and saying, do as I say, not what I do. Private people, security. Well, not really. That isn't good enough. Just saying I'm a very important person, I have to travel in a different way to you ordinary people. Not good enough. Yeah. But interestingly, you're so right. They got caught out, if you like, going to Canoean on a private jet. And no coincidence at all that just a few days later, Prince William says, oh, I'm going to, was it Sydney, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to Sydney on a passenger commercial jet, which, by the way, is still pretty bad for the environment. And I would never tell people not to get on planes. Yeah. So it's definitely, without a shadow of doubt, you know, another attack by William on Harry as this feuding sibling saga continues apace.
Yeah. So look, final question. Do you think Harry and Meghan will ever return to the UK together?
Well, we saw these reports last week, wasn't it, that he's inquired about renting an apartment in Kensington Palace, because last time he came over, it was only 2-3 weeks ago, to present those awards at a children's charity. Yeah. He assumed he could stay at Frogmore Cottage, their former home on the Windsor estate, And they said, oh, no, you didn't book it. And so he said, oh, can I stay in Kensington Palace? And no, you can't. You've got to book this 30 days in advance. So he ended up, horror of horrors, staying in a hotel. Probably had to slum it in some kind of $4,000 a night penthouse somewhere. But he doesn't want that to happen again. So he's asked if he can permanently rent a joint in Kensington Palace. And so that led to speculation, specifically by OK Magazine, that Harry and Meghan were planning to come back from London. Well, I think that he is homesick. I think he loves his trips back and probably would like to come more. But I've said this before, it is my firm belief that Meghan will never set foot in this country again.
Can you blame her?
No, I don't blame her for two reasons. She hates us and we hate her.
See, I think she loves the UK. I think she loves the UK, but the way that the UK press treated us specifically.
Press.
Yes, the press.
Oh, press.
The
Of course,
press.
of course. You go out on the streets, you go to the pubs, everybody goes, the press have got it all wrong. We love Meghan.
I think the
Honestly,
press have.
why
I
don't
think
you
the
go
press
on
have.
their payroll? But you could become a publicist. They're absolute crap you're spewing about them. No, Meghan, look, we did love her and she loved us. She broke the contract. She started pissing on the royal family and we won't have that. And she won't be forgiven for that. And she doesn't like the fact we don't. Hate is, of course, too strong a word. We don't like her. She doesn't like us. It's feelings mutual. She won't come back here.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments below. Does Meghan Markle hate the UK? I don't think she does. But should we leave off Harry and Meghan, let them be? Yes, I do. Kevin obviously agrees. But let us know what you think below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.